She spent more time defending herself. She never once touted the accomplishments.
In a stunning turn of events, Jesse Watters, Mark Levin, and Tucker Carlson have joined forces to make a monumental announcement about Kayleigh McEnany. This powerhouse trio, known for their sharp insights and bold opinions, is ready to shake up the media landscape with this exciting news. What does this mean for Kayleigh and the future of conservative commentary? Get ready as we explore the details that are about to unfold. A shocking development. Therefore, what is happening? While some people could have anticipated this approaching, Watters noted most viewers were taken aback. Outnumbered, McEnany has been a major player distinguished by her keen political sense and ability to deconstruct difficult situations. Losing her presence clearly results in a gap on the program. Rising to popularity first as the White House press secretary for President Donald Trump, Kayleigh McEnany. Her sharp support of the government and fast-witted comments to the mainstream media helped her to rapidly become a darling among conservatives. She left the White House, then moved smoothly to Fox News, where her political and legal knowledge proved invaluable. Now, as Watters reported, McEnany's leaving could suggest her want for a fresh challenge. She might be seeking a different road after years of political attention. To be honest, the quick news cycles in the political environment of today can be taxing. Watters also discussed the changing nature of Fox News, particularly after the 2020 election and the events surrounding January 6, 2021. The network has seen its fair share of modifications. McEnany's departure could indicate more general changes in Fox, as alternative conservative media sources like Newsmax and OAN acquire popularity tries to balance its traditional audience with new political reality. Looking ahead, Watters predicted that McEnany would be focused on a more prominent position inside the Republican Party, particularly given the 2024 election just around the bend. Her broad background in journalism and politics could position her ideally for a time when she either campaigns personally or supports Republican candidates. For Fox News, McEnany's leaving signifies a turning point. The network has historically honored great female voices. Hence, her loss begs issues about how they will still showcase conservative women on air. Finding someone who can cover for her won't be simple. Watters made hints about some behind-the-scenes dynamics perhaps at work. Fox is under internal pressure even if it is among the most watched news sources. McEnany's decision to depart could mirror some of these difficulties as the network adjusts to a changing political environment. Fascinatingly, McEnany's leaving would fit a general media trend. Prominent analysts are looking at chances beyond conventional television more and more. McEnany may readily go to one of podcasts, streaming services, and independent news platforms, interacting directly with her audience in original and creative ways. More personally, Watters said McEnany's choice might also result from her wish to spend more time with her family. Personal relationships can suffer from the pressures of a high-profile career, as is well known. Many public personalities give family life top priority. Hence, McEnany's decision to back off would most definitely speak to people dealing with comparable difficulties. Her leaving from Fox News opens many areas worth investigating to learn what this choice means for her personally, the consequences for Fox News, and the larger conservative media scene. McEnany's leaving has one of the most fascinating elements in time. Navigating an era of change, Fox News is up against growing competition from younger conservative outlets, such Newsmax, OAN, and others appealing to viewers more closely matched with Trump's style of populism. McEnany's leaving could represent these more general changes in the conservative media landscape. People like her could believe that their ideas cannot find the optimal platform in the conventional network architecture. This begs a very important issue regarding her future professional path. Is McEnany trying to develop a more independent voice by transcending Fox News? Maybe via a digital platform or another kind of media where she may more actively manage her story. The emergence of alternative media offers political analysts fresh chances to increase their influence and scope. Rising numbers of well-known celebrities have left big networks in recent years to start podcasts, streaming channels, or independent media projects. Without the restrictions placed on traditional television networks, these sites provide more latitude, creative license, and direct audience interaction. McEnany is well known and adept communicator, hence it wouldn't be shocking if she followed a similar route. Drawing on a devoted following that has followed her since her days at the White House, she might use her platform to create a more customized media brand via podcasting, digital streaming, or even a YouTube channel. Beyond the sphere of journalism, McEnany's leaving could point to her wish to more actively re-enter the political fight. There are more chances for powerful conservatives like McEnany to assume leadership roles as the Republican Party prepares for the presidential contest 24 years ahead. Her background in the Trump administration and her shown capacity for clear party-based communication equip her to either endorse a candidate or maybe investigate a run for government personally. Her leaving Fox News could be a calculated attempt to break away from the editorial restrictions of the network, therefore presenting her as a more autonomous voice inside the conservative movement. Given her personal relationships to Trump, there is conjecture that McEnany would participate actively in a possible 2024 Trump campaign. Trump is still a major player in the Republican Party, even if he has not yet publicly announced his candidacy. His political clout shows no evidence of declining. When Trump was press secretary, McEnany was among his most devoted supporters. Should Trump want to run once more, she might come back to act as a spokesman or advisor. On the other hand, should another candidate become the top choice for the Republican nomination, McEnany might provide her communications skills to their campaign, therefore enhancing her profile in politics. McEnany's departure simultaneously begs issues regarding the future course of Fox News itself. For millions of Americans who lean to the right ideologically, Fox News has been the main player in conservative media over years, therefore influencing the debate. Still, the network has had internal difficulties, particularly in view of the 21st election. Many Trump supporters saw Fox News's early call of Arizona for Joe Biden as a betrayal, which resulted in a clear drop in the network's ratings as some viewers moved to more firmly pro-Trump sources. McEnany's leaving might be a reflection of larger conflicts within Fox News, as it strives to satisfy the demands of its conservative base while yet keeping its reputation as a news source. McEnany's departure from Fox News. McEnany's departure could also indicate an internal change at Fox News over its political commentary style. The network has changed its lineup in recent years, most famously adding Jesse Watters and others, appealing to a younger, more populist viewership. The loss of a prominent person like McEnany could reflect a larger attempt to change the image and programming of the network as it tries to modernize and fit the terrain of conservative media. This change might cause Fox News to concentrate more on hard-hitting news coverage than on depending on the personalities that dominated its opinion programming throughout the Trump years. If this is the case, McEnany's departure might be a part of a more general conservative message's bigger realignment inside the network, where the emphasis moves from particular political leaders. McEnany has already written on her political world experiences and her religion development. She might commit more time to writing or lecturing on these subjects in a less politically charged surroundings. Her choice to back off from the intensity of network television could reflect a larger wish to concentrate on causes that are less contentious and more relevant to her personally given the division of today's political environment. It will be crucial to observe how Fox News closes this disparity, and whether the network will try to raise fresh female voices to occupy McEnany's position going ahead. Female leadership has become more common in conservative media recently, as women take front stage not only as hosts and analysts, but also as producers and executives. McEnany's leaving could open room for the next generation of female conservative analysts to take front stage. Another perspective to take into account is how McEnany's choice makes sense in the larger scheme of political careers combining media work with public service. Modern times have seen more political leaders move between positions in government and the media, frequently leveraging their public persona to create a brand that may be exploited in several respects. McEnany's tenure at Fox News gave her a public forum following her departure from the White House, allowing her to stay in touch to conservative viewers and provide an opportunity to hone her media techniques. She is leaving the network. Thus, it is interesting to investigate whether this fits a planned career arc whereby she would return to politics in a more official capacity, or if she wants to carve out a more autonomous role in the media environment. More generally, McEnany's leaving emphasizes how erratic political individuals' career paths are in the 21st century. With people like McEnany deftly navigating between politics, journalism, and activism, the conventional lines separating these spheres have become progressively hazy. This flux captures the shifting character of political influence, in which public opinion can be shaped by media outlets just as much as official political office can. McEnany's choice to depart could motivate Fox News to rethink its approach, especially with regard to how it keeps talent and involves its viewers in a media environment growingly fractured. It remains to be seen if the network will decide to adopt a more sophisticated approach, including emerging trends in digital media, or double down on its conventional formula of opinion-driven programming. The shifting function of television news in American culture forms one of the more interesting variables of McEnany's departure. Once the uncontested territory of political analysts, conventional cable channels like Fox News today confront increasing competition from a wide range of alternative sources. These include podcasts, online news sources, streaming services, and social media influencers who regularly provide real-time commentary to a very involved audience. She might understand that for a younger, more technologically advanced audience, conventional television is no longer the best means of retain influence and interact with them. McEnany might very well profit from the growing trend of independent media personalities controlling their channels. Should she decide to veer in this path, McEnany might start her own podcast or show. She would be able to have more editorial power, participate in longer-form debates, and invite a range of speakers to investigate the concerns most crucial to her audience. The popularity of conservative leaders like Ben Shapiro, who has amassed an empire via podcasts, digital journalism, and social media, indicates that right-leaning political material outside of conventional news sources has a sizable market. McEnany may confirm her position as a major player in conservative ideas by exploring this field free from the strict schedules and formats of network television. Moreover, switching to independent media would let McEnany personally engage her audience more profoundly. With its tightly limited time and carefully regimented content, traditional television sometimes does not allow for in-depth discussion or personal interaction. Conversely, independent media permits more engaging experiences through live streaming events, Quanda sessions, or social media participation. In the political scene of today, where voters and viewers want for authenticity and direct interaction with the leaders they respect, this kind of relationship is ever more crucial. McEnany's next chapter, beyond Fox News. McEnany's background as a press secretary and her media expertise at Fox help her especially to flourish in this kind of surroundings. Outside of the media, McEnany's leaving of Fox News could also indicate a calculated attempt to actively re-engage with politics. McEnany is likely setting herself up for a part in the next Republican presidential contest given her tight relationships to the Trump administration. Whether she returns to politics as an advisor, spokesman, or even a possible candidate herself, her departure from Fox News releases her from the professional responsibilities and possible conflicts of interest associated with paid contribution to a news network. The Republican Party will be looking for seasoned leaders able to clearly convey its message to people as the 2020-24 election cycle gets hot. Given her track record as a communicator, McEnany could be a top applicant for such a post. Her background in the Trump government and media knowledge make her valuable for any campaign trying to appeal to the Republican base. McEnany has a special capacity to reduce difficult political topics into straightforward, digestible themes. This will be quite helpful in an election season when media narratives and messaging play such a major role. Should McEnany choose to participate in the next presidential contest, her impact goes much beyond media analysis. Using her abilities to create a story that appeals to people, she would probably be very important in determining the message approach of the candidates she supports. Her time as press secretary demonstrated her ability to remain on message and defend her points of view under great pressure, qualities vital in the high-stakes realm of political campaigns. McEnany's clarity and effectiveness could be quite helpful in assisting the Republican Party to unite and provide a coherent vision to voters, while internal disputes about its future orientation are under progress. McEnany might also choose to return to policy work, either inside a future government or via a think tank or advocacy group. McEnany, who holds a law degree and has experience working in both the media and political realms, might provide her skills to a conservative policy organization, so strategically helping to shape the future of the movement. Her experience negotiating the junction of media and politics lends her a special viewpoint that would be quite helpful in developing measures appealing to the conservative base that simultaneously address the larger political scene. In this regard, McEnany might assume a position akin to that of other former politicians who have moved into thought leadership posts. Figures like Karl Rove, for instance, have found success not only as media analysts, but also as strategists and consultants behind the scenes, therefore impacting campaign plans and policy decisions. McEnany is suitable to such a position because of her close ties inside the conservative movement and her awareness of the media's influence on public opinion. McEnany may use her platform, through a think tank, a policy institute, or an advocacy organization, to influence conservative ideas and guide the movement's course ahead. McEnany's departure from Fox News also reflects a larger trend among political leaders trying to diversify their professional portfolios. Figures like McEnany are no longer satisfied to be limited into one job or professional path in the political milieu of today. Rather, they want to participate in several venues simultaneously, creating brands that go beyond conventional political and media bounds. This new class of political entrepreneur is not limited in their interest to running for public office or working for a news station. Creating a personal brand that may impact public opinion on several channels appeals to them. For McEnany, this could involve assuming several jobs concurrently, from public speaking to media work to political consulting. Actually, McEnany's post-Fox News career might find public speaking to be really important. Many former politicians have made great success moving into the speaking circuit, where they can impart their knowledge on politics, leadership, and communication with audiences all throughout the nation. McEnany is especially qualified to provide insightful lessons on negotiating the difficulties of political communication in the hyper-partisan world of today, given her background as a press secretary and her time in the media. From political insiders to business executives to regular Americans curious in Washington's behind-the-scenes operations, her openness about her experiences could appeal to a broad spectrum of viewers. McEnany's background in the Trump White House also qualifies her well for memoir writing. Many political leaders, especially those who have held prominent positions, finally write memoirs providing personal insights into their time in office. Given her insider view of some of the most turbulent events in recent American political history, a book from McEnany would probably draw a lot of interest. Such a book might explore her experiences as press secretary, her relationship with President Trump, and her opinions on the part the media shapes political narratives. It would also give her another forum to interact with the public and influence the public opinion on her legacy. Should McEnany author a memoir or other kind of book, it might also be a launching pad for her to grow personally. Political memoirs often result in media appearances, speaking engagements, and other chances to keep in the public spotlight. Such a book might enable McEnany position herself as a thought leader with a fresh viewpoint on the junction of media, politics, and communication, rather than only a commentator or advocate. This kind of thought leadership would enable McEnany to keep influencing conservative debate long after she quit working at Fox News. Another possible area of concentration for McEnany as she advances in her career could be political activity. McEnany has regularly positioned herself as a strong defender for conservative values, especially on matters like free speech, religious freedom, and pro-life causes, both during her tenure as press secretary and as a Fox News commentator. She is departing, hence her chances for advocacy could become much more limited. McEnany may keep advocating these concerns and interacting with fresh audiences by using her public speaking abilities and media background. Her media and political experience, along with her dedication to these causes, could help her to become a major voice in the conservative movement, supporting grassroots participation and ideas that appeal to her followers. Thanks for tuning in. Jesse Waters, Mark Levin, and Tucker Carlson have shared some exciting news about Kayleigh McEnany. If you enjoyed this update, be sure to like and subscribe for more insights and updates on your favorite personalities.